Thank you. Good night. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. And yes, you've landed at a birthday celebration that captures every nuance of those words: epic, majestic, monumental, and magnificent. Then again, this is a night that belongs to LRH and all he signifies: his vision, his adventures, his courage, and his heroism. And in that regard, it's only fitting that we begin with a whole panorama of where he stands and all he represents to the world out there. And it looks like this. Let no one forget, LRH was first and foremost a writer with better than 60 works of fiction gracing international bestseller lists and writing those lists week after week for the equivalent of 42 years. And talk about an enduring legacy, it's a whole new generation of readers as LRH titles from 70 years ago are republished in this 21st century with even greater critical acclaim than when they first appeared. From the boundless realms of science fiction, where critics now hail L. Ron Hubbard novels as jam-packed with vibrant plot elements. From the visionary world of fantasy, where the word on LRH is one of the world's best storytellers. From the mesmerizing domain of mystery, where his works are now applauded as pulse-pounding. From the dizzying heights of adventure, where he's now a master author in all of the diverse and varied action-adventure genres. And even westerns, where his leather-tough tales are now hailed as pure entertainment from first page to last with that L. Ron Hubbard touch. And just to prove the point, there's the utterly classic six-shooter yarn, originally published in 1950, while in 2011 it's not only the world's best Western of the year, but also the single best audiobook. And then there's his literary legacy carried unto perpetuity with his Writers of the Future contest. Today, it's not just the world's most prestigious award for up-and-coming authors, but it's also the best-selling science fiction anthology of all time. Moreover, those taking top honors have routinely advanced to professional ranks, filling shelves with over 4,000 published titles, and so that LRH legacy further translates into 273 bestsellers. Then there's LRH Humanitarian. It begins with the work transcending every culture and religion, The Way to Happiness, and it's now seen translation into 10 more languages from the farthest ends of this planet, from Haiti to New Zealand, and even every dialect across the Philippines. Tally it up, and it's not only 106 languages from every inhabitable stretch of Earth, but one to the next, it's now The Way to Happiness, surpassing the milestone marker of placement into 100 million hands. Then, of course, there's all else he bestowed to this world to uplift populations and reverse the dwindling spiral. Narcanon, with a whole array of drug rehab tech and a greater number of new centers opening this year than ever in history. In Florida, in Colombia, in Hungary, in Italy, and in the Canary Islands. Count those now dotting the map, and it's 36 nations embracing LRH technology for drug-free lives. Then again, there's all he presented for learning and literacy through study technology. It now transcends every language, every culture, and every academic arena, quite literally. From Paraguay, with a government stamp of approval, to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, likewise now with federal approval. There's another again in Belarus, and it also bears a government stamp, and even more again across the whole Arab world. In Qatar with government approval, in Kuwait with the same again, and Jordan with still another federal stamp of approval for all schools and all grade levels. And when you factor in all those now at the receiving end of his social betterment delivery system, we're talking a full 10 million souls helped with LRH technologies for salvaging human life. And when you further figure in the ripple effect into headwaters of 100 societies, you come to a never-ending flood of government recognitions. From His Excellency, the President of Nepal, in grateful acknowledgement of what LRH technology means in terms of drug-free lives, from City Hall in Antigua for what the way to happiness signifies in terms of moral resurgence, and a National Messenger of Peace Award from the Guatemalan government to acknowledge a 37% drop in crime. There's also now an L. Ron Hubbard Square in Italy, and it represents enduring gratitude for Norcanon, while in recognition of what LRH means in times of greatest need, Thailand now boasts an L. Ron Hubbard Assist Center within a Buddhist monastery, and it comes with an award to symbolize wisdom. And even where he sailed as the Commodore, and in recognition of his seafaring technology, they've now placed a plaque on the seawall at Madeira in Portugal, precisely where the flagship Apollo docked. While today, that seafaring tech continues to ripple out from the Sea Org motor vessel Freewinds, where the Colombian Armed Forces just presented a national award for the Soldier of Light that illuminates the path of humanity. And so it continues world over, planet-wide, until there now stand 1,000 governments and civic organizations adopting his technology, and all in the last year alone. But still, that's not the extent of his presence, not when you count the multitudes reaching in from cyberspace to view his biography and avail themselves of answers. In point of fact, at least 2 visitors now enter L. Ron Hubbard's online domain every second of every day. But of course, what we ultimately celebrate tonight is his technical legacy for the freeing of beings. And on that count, his technology is now permeating this planet in the creation of a golden age of knowledge, with 18 books, more than 1,500 lectures, at which point multiply it out by 16 languages until it's more than 10,000 LRH books and lectures, placing freedom within the reach of a full 1/5 of the planetary population. Now, how would you like to double that number in one fell swoop? Well, here it is. From Dianetics and all attendant lectures, through Science of Survival and likewise with all lectures, from self-analysis, advanced procedure, and handbook for pre-clears, through blowing the lid off whole track memory, from rehabilitating the source of life energy, through breaking the laws of the meshed universe, from the factors and axioms, through the creation of human ability, Dianetics 55, fundamentals of thought, problems of work, and all else, because these are the Chinese basics, and I do mean all of it, all books, all lectures, all basics courses, all extension courses, and all in the name of building that better bridge to now reach 2/5 the world's population. But now multiply it to the umpteenth power with all else in this golden age, with Dianetic auditors now generating 52 times the number of hours since the advent of the new Book 1 route, and a completion every 3 minutes on the new Scientology intro routes, while every 4 minutes it's a grade chart completion for a step up the bridge, and it continues to grow by quantum leaps and bounds, with the total square footage of Scientology organizations now at 7 times what it was before the launch of our Ideal Org Crusade. And even more than that, delivery of services is 15 times what it was before, and again, it will only keep going and going with a new Ideal Org for every month of the year. So yes, we stand at that pivotal reverse point of the universe, and yes, that's LRH sending the whole of existence back upward for this 101st birthday celebration.